Ah, já ficou bonito o jardim, hein? Tá limpo o jardim, a calçada.
Tá bonito?
Tá bonito.
Good afternoon, travelers. Let's go here for my afternoon walk. You saw a couple of workers over there. They're getting the weed out of the sidewalk and cleaning up the weed from the little planting or tree area. And I guess if you pay 15 bucks, it was not even 15 bucks, it was 70 reais. It was like 12 bucks for their work, about an hour worth of their work to clean up the yard and make it look good. Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to pay these prices in the US. The plan is, I guess, just to go for a 2-mile walk or so around the neighborhood. Let's see if there's anything new to show you. Looks like we're having a mass today. Today's Saturday, I believe September 14th or 15th, I don't know. If you see this guy over here, he usually offers to take care of your car and you give them some tip or whatever it is, maybe 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever you have. Well, church is busy today. Okay, Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Vila Lemos is 89 degrees.
It's gonna be hot. Good morning. Today we're going to do something different. As I do every year, I have to pay my respects to my father and the cemetery. I know it sounds weird, but you know, since I'm trying to show the day-to-day life in Brazil, this is one of the things that I do every time I come. And next to it there is a wholesaler where I get my goods to bring back to the US, like coffee and then the flour that I make my famous cheese bread. So that's where we're heading today, and it looks like it's gonna be another hot day. I had a walk here the other day and I was gonna show you this, but the recording did not work. So if you're extremely rich, you can buy your own Porsche, but I would not even attempt to go into the store to see how much it is. It's probably astronomically expensive, but some people can afford it. We do have our share of poor people. This guy is saying, I live on the street and I need your help quite a bit. God bless. This is something we need to have in the US. Habib's. That's like a fast food, Arab food. So you have, well, it's kind of hard to explain. I might just kind of show the picture of some of the goodies they have. But it's like Arab food. So we do have Burger King, and right after we have McDonald's. Just want to show you this this laboratory. It's for medical exams, but just kind of to give an idea, I had to bring some of my mom's blood samples, or she had to do hers for her health condition. And then if you do want to do a blood check, it's only about $8, like for a private exam. And she has to do like a urine test, and that's about $6. And that's all private. It's not using her health insurance. So for some of those things, it's not very expensive at all. And you just kind of walk in, and or you, depending what test you want. But actually I have to do my COVID test before going back to the US, and that's gonna cost me about 60 bucks, so that is quite expensive. But all the other exams are really cheap. Now I am in an area called Taquaral. See, when you say stop, you just don't, you just go. you don't need to stop a little bit to see if there are any cars coming, but usually you just go. But of course, if cause an accident, it's gonna be your fault. There is a oh, you can see the boat here. This is a replica of the vessel that came from Portugal, it's kind of hard, to Brazil back in 1500, and this was a restaurant in the past. They used to have this restaurant kind of in the middle of the lake, so you have to take a little paddle boat and go to the restaurant. But of course eventually water started to sink in and it was just too troublesome, so they just decided to park on the side. A lot of people come here in the afternoon, in the evenings, to do their jogging, running around the park. So it's a very popular place to come, and families come on the weekend. It's a beautiful place, and of course it's also a regular neighborhood. So they used to have very, very beautiful homes around here, but some of them already, like it happened with my neighborhood, they also changed into businesses. But a lot of the regular homes still remain the same. So they're very large, beautiful homes. So if somebody mentions I live in Taquaral, that's what they're talking about. It's a very wealthy neighborhood. And the park goes on and on and on. There's a big lake in the middle. There's some wildlife. There's like a little mini zoo. It's really beautiful inside. There's also it's on the other side, but here there's also some soccer fields, basketball. So it's a public park, so you can kind of rent or reserve the soccer fields to play on weekends. There's also a big gymnasium on the other side where people play basketball, and there is some international competitions as well. Anyway, it's a beautiful park. So there's stops, you do stop, otherwise you're gonna get run over, but if there's no cars, you just keep going, you don't stop. See, there's this guy coming, and then just go. There's some coffee plantations. Actually, that's a research center from a place called Embrapa, and they have coffee plantations, so they can study them. It is a little bit of a trip to go to the cemetery. Here they have this is like a technical school. I guess in Oregon, for instance, we have PCC. This is a little bit of a version of PCC, but they just offer technical programs. Like if you want to be a mechanic of some sort, that's what the school offers. There is an airport here, which is basically a small airfield for people that want to learn how to fly. So there's no commercial airlines that come here. And here's a cemetery. By the way, since this is something to mention, this is one type of cemetery where you cannot have structures. There's another one that's more traditional, and that one has like mausoleum type style tombs. And it's actually beautiful to see. I mean, some famous people or families, they have their permanent place there, and they have little churches and everything. And this one, you're not allowed to do that, so it's just all like this.